U.S. President Donald Trump's recent visit to China may have left questions over what was agreed with the Chinese leader Xi Jinping. The business leaders are welcoming signs of stability. Banking giant Citi says it remains bullish on Asia despite growing geopolitical tensions. And I spoke with the lender's head of wealth, Andy Sieg, about managing those risks, Asia's wealth outlook, and why Singapore continues to attract global capital.
First, out of the meetings last week, I think we, like everyone in the world, were pleased to see constructive dialogue taking place between the Chinese and the American leadership. That's good for geopolitics, that's good for markets, and ultimately we think that's great for our clients. In terms of our business, the strongest growth area in our business in Asia last year was in China. We serve clients offshore from Singapore as well as Hong Kong. That has been a place where our ability to be very global in our advice, to help them access international markets, has been a strong proposition. We've been, growing the teams that are serving our Chinese clients here in Singapore and in Hong Kong. When we think about as we go forward, China is though only one dimension of an incredibly powerful Asian growth story. We just see the stage set structurally for growth to continue in Asia.
I mean, what are the risks that a global bank like Citi faces, or rather has to navigate when balancing Washington's strategic concerns with China's expectations of foreign financial institutions?
Well, I mean, Citi's been in Asia for almost 125 years. And in Asia, as elsewhere around the world, what Citi does, like no other bank, is to create global flows of funds and to facilitate global commerce. And so, the navigation between, the U.S. and Chinese politics is really no different than the way we navigate, many different areas of the world on behalf of our clients. There's always some risk. There's always some uncertainty. But for us, that's the opportunity to really bring our understanding of global markets to clients in a way that makes us essential to them. And so, this is a place where Citi benefits from the fact that this bank has $6 trillion, flowing through our pipes, each and every day, in and out of almost every market in the world. That amount of local understanding of what's happening in different countries, is very valuable to our clients, in particular times of geopolitical questions.
And just staying on the Asia bit, how does growth, or rather wealth growth momentum in Asia look like ahead for you, especially amid current macroeconomic risks? Where do you see the biggest challenges and opportunities ahead? And how are you adjusting your outlook based on these factors?
Well, incredibly bullish on Asia, and it's a structural position for growth because it's driven by the scale of the market in Southeast Asia, almost 700 million people, the demographics of Southeast Asia, the digital adoption here, the central role that Southeast Asia plays in supply chains. And then lastly, Southeast Asia is in a particularly important place geopolitically. There's optionality, so to speak, between East and West. And so when you bring all of that together, that is a powerful set of ingredients for growth. And it's why we're investing behind that growth. We are expanding our teams here in Singapore and Hong Kong. And from these two hubs, serving this region with a very concerted effort.
Yeah, we're also seeing growing capital flows from the Gulf region into China, as well as the broader Asia region. If you could share what is driving that, and also how significant do you expect GCC capital to be for Asia's private markets and wealth ecosystem, and how is Citi looking to continue to capture that?
Well, and we're seeing flows from GCC into both Hong Kong and Singapore, because that structural growth opportunity in Asia is one that is widely recognized. And also, if we just talk here we're in Singapore and talk about Singapore for a minute, Singapore's incredible advantage is the trust that people have in Singapore, the rule of law and institutions in Singapore. In a world of geopolitical uncertainty, this trusted platform that Singapore provides is one that will continue to attract capital from around the world, companies from around the world, family offices from around the world. And, it's why this is such a vibrant hub.